Hello, class. My name is Alondra Hernandez, and the reading fluency strategy that I will be teaching today is echo reading. Echo reading can be found in Chapter 4, Section 4.2 on page 248 in the Improving Reading textbook. Echo reading is a strategy that encourages reading fluency. A teacher is modeling how to read with expression by reading aloud a short text or a poem to a group of students or to an entire class. As the teacher is reading, the students are following along in their text in front of them with their finger or with a pencil. Students are to repeat every sentence how the teacher reads it using any expression or intonation. Students are to go ahead and read along with the teacher. After every pause, the teacher will then allow each student to read the sentence all over again. The students are following along in their text as the teacher is reading aloud, so they are interacting as a whole group. I have created an online lesson through a PowerPoint that I will be teaching through a Zoom meeting. Students will be asked to keep their video camera on, so their camera will be on to participate using the hand signals that I will be introducing to them in the beginning of the PowerPoint. Their microphone can be off unless they have a question or they want to share anything with the teacher or the class. So I am going to now share my screen and teach the echo reading strategy through my PowerPoint. Hello, hello, hello. Today, we will be practicing our echo voices. The strategy that I will be teaching you all today is echo reading. Echo reading can be found in Chapter 4, page 248. During this lesson today, we are going to be using different hand signals as your cameras are on and you all are participating. If there's any comment, you can put a C and I will address you. You will then be able to turn your mic on and state your comment. If you have a question, you will do the same, but this time raise your hand and wait for you to be called on. When you are called on, you can go ahead and turn on your microphone and ask your question. If there's anything you are unsure about, you can put your thumb sideways. If it's something that you agree with or you want to say yes to, you can have a thumbs up. Anything you disagree with or say no to will be thumbs down. Got it? Okay, let's get to it. Today we will be learning about echo reading. Echo reading is when a teacher reads aloud a text to a group of students. As the teacher is reading, we are asking for you to guide along in the text, following every word with your finger or with your pen. While reading, the teacher is using any punctuations in the sentences to show students how to read with expression. For example, I am hungry will be read this way with an exclamation point. Let's practice that again. I am hungry. Does that sound correct? Let's read it with a little bit more of an expression. I am hungry. That exclamation at the end shows that the person is shouting that they are hungry. Now let's try it with a period. I am hungry. Does that sound correct? Yes. Let's repeat that again. I am hungry. We are using a more toned out expression because this sentence ends with the period. So we will not be as loud or exaggerated as we used with the exclamation point. So let's do that one more time. I am hungry versus I am hungry. Those are two different ways to read that sentence. Students will be mimicking or echoing back while following each word with their finger in the text. Now we are going to watch a video of a teacher teaching this same strategy to a group of students. As we watch this video, keep your eyes out to see any different strategies that the teacher and the students use. For example, reading along with their peers using their fingers or their pencil along each word underneath, and not only repeating what the teacher is saying, but actually reading along each word as well in their text.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to try something called echo read, okay? I'm going to read a sentence, and then you guys are going to say exactly what I said, okay? Should you just memorize what I say, or should you read from the text?
Read from the text.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Should you follow along while I read?
Yes.
Absolutely. Here we go. Or you drive by your old school.
Or you drive by your old school.
And then it all comes back to you.
And then it all comes back to you.
How does that happen?
How does that happen?
It's
Did you guys hear how the teacher read that sentence? How does that happen? She is using that tone at the end of the sentence because it ends with a question mark. She is asking a question. So she is not going to state, how did that happen? She is asking, how did that happen? She's using that different tone of voice to express that punctuation a little bit more than how other students might read it without seeing the question mark at the end of that sentence. So we're going to hear this again. So the teacher is modeling how to read with expression. So we are going to mimic and we are going to read along with our finger in the text as each student is doing. Let's go ahead and hear that again.
Did you follow along while I read?
Yes.
Absolutely. Here we go. Or you drive by your old school.
Or you drive by your old school.
And then it all comes back to you.
And then it all comes back to you.
How does that happen?
How does that happen?
It's one big mystery.
It's one big mystery.
People have walked on the moon.
People have walked on the moon.
But they can't remember.
But they can't remember.
What they dreamed about last night.
What they dreamed about last night.
A very important strategy to use when learning about echo reading is using a pointer or your finger along each word. This is not only helping you stay on track of what the teacher is reading, but you are also reading each word and memorizing that sound and the way the word is read correctly. So as you can see on the picture on the left, the teacher and the student both are pointing at in. This is how we would be learning if this wasn't in class. But since we're going to be learning about echo reading through a Zoom conference, through a Zoom meeting, we are going to be following along on our screen with our finger. That is another example of a group of students learning how to echo read with their teacher, each pointing at the word while the teacher is talking. As you can see, the teacher is reading that word and they are pointing on their book. Let's not forget, it is very important to keep your finger on each word as the teacher is reading it. If we were in class, I would be using a pointer or any other device to maybe a laser beam to point at each word. But we are going to be using our finger along the screen of your computer or your phone. Now we are going to practice this strategy. I'm going to guide you on how to do it on the first page, and after each page after this, we are going to be independently using this echo reading strategy. Let's go ahead and start by reading the title of this story. The Dust Bunnies by Nikki Ray. The Dust Bunnies by Nikki Ray. We're going to be following along with our teacher as she reads. The Dust Bunnies, written and illustrated by Nikki Ray. You guys got it? Have you ever seen a dust bunny? Have you ever seen a dust bunny? Make sure to use that expression because of the question mark. So let's try that one more time. This time you all can read after I am done. Have you ever seen a dust bunny? They can look a bit funny. And I have to confess, They love making a mess. Fluff, Puff, and Stuff are their names. And making dust is one of their favorite games. Did you guys enjoy that reading? We are going to be doing more of these practices along another text later on in our class time. So we can go ahead and raise our fingers up and celebrate